Hello students, welcome back to your own channel Vedantu NEET English. This is Baswaraj sir, your biology master teacher. So I hope everyone is safe and sound and doing extremely well in life, and this is a class where we do NCERT line by line. And we have been doing this for some time right now, where we completely decode your NCERT line to line, diagram to diagram, point to point, so that you make sure that you know any question they ask in examination, because your syllabus is always NCERT. Especially in biology, they can never ask you question out of NCERT, so why not just cover the entire NCERT? So that's what we've been doing here. So quickly let me know in the chat if I'm audible and perfectly visible to all of you. Quickly let me know in the chat. Hello Priyanka, hello Divyansha, hello. Hello everyone, good evening. Now students, let me know in the chat quickly if I'm audible and visible, and also some green hearts in the chat to increase the motivation and increase the fire, right? Green hearts in the chat. See, even without me telling, all of you are already adding the green hearts in the chat. See, that shows that you've been dedicated in my class, and you know what I say before I start the class. Green hearts in the chat, everyone, quickly. Yes. Now students, can we quickly revise what we did in the part 1 before we start part 2? Obviously, some of you might have forgotten. Now, quickly remind me now, what do we call a type of cell where the organelles are not membrane bound? Tell me in the chat quickly. What do we call the type of cell in which organelles are not bound by any membrane? They are membraneless organelles. Quickly in the chat. Do we call them prokaryotic or do we call them eukaryotic? Quickly in the chat. We call them prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell organelles are not membrane bound and they are free. Okay, sir. Now students, in the case of prokaryotics, what is the outer layer called as? It has 3 layers. The outermost layer is called as glycocalyx, which can be present in the 2 forms: solid or slime layer. Solid, capsule; slime layer is loose sheet. Yes. Second layer is called as cell wall, and cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. All of you know it is made up of peptidoglycan, cell wall. Now what is the innermost layer called as? Quickly in the chat. What do we call the innermost layer? The innermost layer is called as your cell membrane, also called as plasma membrane. Now tell me, is this plasma membrane, is it freely permeable or selectively permeable? You will tell me, sir, it is selectively permeable in nature. The cell membrane is selectively permeable in nature. Okay, beautiful. Now, do you find ribosomes? Tell me yes or no in the chat. Do you find ribosomes in the case of prokaryotes? Quickly. Yes, we find in the case of prokaryotes, do we find ribosomes? Yes, sir, we find ribosomes. There are 70s ribosomes. Do we find genetic material? Yes, sir, we find genetic material there. Okay. Is the genetic material properly enclosed in a nuclear membrane? Do we have nuclear membrane here? In the case of prokaryotes, is the genetic material properly enclosed in a membrane? Yes or no in the chat quickly? No. It is not completely enclosed in a membrane. It is freely moving everywhere. It is freely moving. Nice. So students, that is your prokaryote. That was your prokaryote. A quick revision of prokaryotes. Now students, today's class is going to be special because we'll be doing completely eukaryotic cell now. Now you'll be getting lots and lots of questions. You'll get lots of questions from eukaryotic cell, and let's go over it one by one now. Okay, let's start. Now students, the meaning of prokaryotic was before. Pro means before formed. So if eukaryotic, eu means true. Tell me, which is more advanced? Is prokaryotic more advanced or eukaryotic more advanced? Tell me quickly. Do you think prokaryotic is more advanced or eukaryotic cell is more advanced? Obviously, sir. Eukaryotic came later on in evolution, and eukaryotic is more advanced. Yes, eukaryotic is more and more advanced in nature. Beautiful. Now, do you think in eukaryotic cell, in the case of eukaryotic cell, are the organelles membrane bound? You will tell yes, sir. Eukaryotic is a true cell. All the organelles are membrane bound here. All the organelles are membrane bound, other than ribosomes, which all of us know. All of us know that, right? So, and there are some organelles which are double membrane, like such as your mitochondria, chloroplast. All of that we will learn today's class. So quickly fire emoji in the chat to increase the fire for today's class, because it's going to be extraordinary. You will love it today's class. Okay. So let's start the class with a simple definition now. Now, what is a eukaryotic cell? What is going to be the eukaryotic cell? The eukaryotic includes protista, It includes protista, plants, animals and fungi. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are only 4 kingdoms here, students. There are only 4 kingdoms here. Where are the remaining? The one kingdom is missing here. Can you tell? The kingdom Monera is missing. So can I tell kingdom Monera has a prokaryotic cell? Yes. So kingdom Monera, right down here. Kingdom Monera has prokaryotic cell. It has prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell. Apart from kingdom Monera, everything else is eukaryotic in nature. Be it protista, plants, animals and fungi. All 4 of them are eukaryotic in nature. Is that point clear to all of you? It's a very simple point, right? Now, in eukaryotic cell, there is an extensive compartmentalization. Meaning is that there is a division of labor. There is a proper division of labor when we come to eukaryotic cell. Yes, of cytoplasm. Through the presence of membrane-bound organelles, eukaryotic cell possesses an organized nucleus. Tell me, if it is organized nucleus, do you think the nucleus will have nuclear envelope here? Yes or no in the chat quickly? Do you think the nucleus will have nuclear envelope here in the case of eukaryotes? Yes. In the case of eukaryotes, the nucleus will be completely covered by a nuclear envelope here. It is covered with a nuclear envelope. In addition, eukaryotic cell has a variety of complex locomotor and cytoskeletal feature structures which we will study in today's class. Okay? Their genetic material is organized into chromosomes, the condensed form. Organized into a condensed form, right? Chromosome is condensed, right? Chromosome is condensed. All eukaryotic cells are not identical, obviously. Do you think everything will be identical? No. All the eukaryotic cells will have different shape and sizes. Yes. Plant and animal cells are different as former possess cell wall. So write down this. What is the difference between a plant cell as well as your animal cell? Plant cell as well as the animal cell. Students, tell me in the chat now. Do you think in the case of plant cell, do they have cell wall? Yes. The cell wall is present here. The cell wall is present here. Do you think in the case of animals, do you find cell wall? No. Cell wall is completely absent in the case of animals. In the case of animals, the cell wall is completely